The art of Qigong is as old as time itself. Originating in China over 5,000 years ago, Qigong is a philosophy and practice of aligning breath, physical activity, and awareness for mental, spiritual, and physical health. Qigong also plays a pivotal role in Chinese martial arts, specifically for internal styles and the procurement of a universal life force or energy called Qi. On a metaphysical level, Qigong advances the development of human potential and promotes the spiritual awakening of one's true nature.
In the Western world today, Qigong means it's a comprehensive exercise which link with the yin and yang, the law of nature, as most people know, and also with the 5 elements principles. So we use this exercise to try and benefit from nature itself, the energy of nature, as well as our own energy. Yes.
According to the Chinese model, sickness, pain, and other health anomalies are caused when Qi is blocked. Qigong exercises remove energy blocks and increase the flow of Qi throughout the body, healing and enhancing the bodily functions. With the rapidly increasing number of Qigong practitioners around the globe, the Chinese Health Qigong Association was formed to formalize and optimize Qigong exercise regimes for the 21st century. Having successfully spread Qigong in 4 continents so far, the organization sends delegations to promote and demonstrate Qigong exercise regimes, as well as training instructors and new candidates. With a lot of interest for traditional Chinese medicine beginning to brew in South Africa, a trip to the mother city became imminent.
2 years ago, when I went to visit my Shifu, which means master or teachers, he requested me that I should bring this delegation down. Because while I was in Mauritius, where they were giving workshops and seminars on Qigong, then my teacher said, why don't I bring them to South Africa to show people, not only in Cape Town, but to South Africa, that Qigong is very important in today's society. And as the Chinese Health Qigong Association of China is spreading it in 13 countries already, so I said, why not we become the 14 countries in the world to get their knowledge and their wisdom on natural health. Yeah.
Extensive research in China and the United States has led to numerous conferences for the academic exchange of groundbreaking data. Qigong has achieved excellent results in improving posture and respiration, inducing relaxation responses, invoking favorable changes in blood chemistry, and improving self-awareness and concentration. Research concludes that Qigong has a major impact on the treatment of addictions, allergies, anxiety, arthritis, asthma, cancer, cardiovascular disease, chronic fatigue, diabetes, degenerative disc disease, depression, fibromyalgia, headaches, hypertension, irritable bowel syndrome, Parkinson's disease, and many other ailments.
For us, on the east side, it's all integrated. To understand medicine, we need to understand our own mind, our own inner self, inner body. We need to understand the philosophy of it. Then we can get into medicine. So all have an interaction. But regardless to that, that's how we train. But for people that just want to do it for exercise, now, because they have made a specific set routine, I think it's very convenient for today's society, which is very fast-paced and very stressful, and it's easy to learn. So if you don't need to learn for an hour, you can under half an hour, you can complete one set routine. And I think what they've done, the Chinese Health Qigong Associations, they've done something great for today's society.
Because Qigong includes both dynamic and gentle techniques, which can be practiced from standing, seated, or supine postures, it is a perfect exercise for young and old, weak and strong. Routines can be tailored to individual needs, making it an ideal aid to recovery from illness or injury. Qigong is a form of complementary medicine. It works well with other forms of therapy and should not be used as a substitute for treatment by a physician.
You can start at absolute basics. We've seen it in the first seminar in Cape Town. Some people wasn't as fit as some of my students, but it was simple. They were happy. It was very simple. There was some aching muscle afterwards, but it was what we say that one student told me, you know, Shifu, it's a good feeling of tight and good muscle ache. It wasn't a bad one. Yeah.
The amount of qi in the universe is always the same. It is never more or less. But the quality of qi can change. If the circulation is not good, if there is not enough of an energy exchange between people and their environment, it results in a harmful imbalance, in poor qi quality, in stale and stagnant qi, and ultimately in diminished power. To better the quality and improve the circulation of qi, human hearts must open. Unconditional love is the key to unleashing the power of Qigong. The relationship between human beings in society can affect nature. If the family is happy, it affects the community. If the community is flourishing, it affects the country. If the country is healthy, it affects the world. This is what leads to peace and harmony.
When the head of the delegation worked to the gardens, okay, he was strolling and he saw people interacting with the squirrel, feeding a squirrel, the squirrel didn't run away. Apparently, he made a statement to my wife. He said, that's the Tao. Man and animal can interact as one, which sometimes you don't see that often. And he felt the energy in gardens when he was strolling, so strong. And he can't believe it. And he felt the energy of Table Mountain. You see, in Cape Town we have very good energy. And he looked up and he said, blue sky of Cape Town. In Beijing, it's gray. This is nice. Then I tease him, I say, please, do not seek political asylum here. Make sure you go home. Okay, that was my joke to him. No, but they did enjoy themselves. They love the interaction of the people. They love the people of Cape Town. They say we are very respectful. We have a lot of humility. We interact nicely. This energy is good, and it will always be with them.
The core focus of many Eastern ideals and philosophies is harmony, humility, and respect. Such traits are not uncommon in Qigong practitioners, especially for the teachers and masters, where egos are quite simply not tolerated.
First coach is Wang Junfa. I was so overwhelmed and amazed that He was so relaxed, so down to earth. I didn't expect him to be that. A coach from China should be like there and there, and want your respect. But he came down to our level, and he greeted as if he knows us. 5-10 years, there was not master to students or someone new, and it was fantastic to have this energy connection. And they all love him now. They all got acquainted to meet him. They love the way he teach, because his energy is very, very, very lively. I think because he's traveled all over the world, he learned also how to cooperate with the Western culture, which is quite nice. Then he knows we come meet this way. I'm the master, the other student, but yet I have to come down also. I need to understand what they know also, and that's what makes it great to have coaches like that to come and teach in South Africa.
The success of the Chinese Health Qigong Association's first official South African visit was celebrated with a special ceremony at the Dao Yun restaurant in Sea Point. Workshop participants were acknowledged for their outstanding efforts in learning the exercises, and the audience was treated to a demonstration of various martial arts forms by the South African hosts and the Chinese masters.
My Shifu, he's called Liang Shifu, he asked me that before the masters from China started their demos, why don't we from Cape Town open the floor for them, which was quite nice for him to ask me to do that. So we started with Yongchun. Yongchun is an internal style. It's much more an upper body, close contact style, and everything work mainly on the upper hands. The legs is just front kick or a very short kick. It's a very dynamic style. A lot of people will remember it as Wing Chun, Bruce Lee, that made it famous. So that's what these guys were doing in honor of their grandmaster, which is Ma Shifu, Liang Shifu. Okay, I think then from there was Kim, my son. Okay, he did what we call the Nanchuan. Nanchuan is a short fist boxing. Okay, it's very energetic, very powerful, very strong. Okay, a lot of speed and power. Okay, so that's what he was doing. That's a very also competitive style. This Tai Chi that my students were performing is the classical Tai Chi training. Okay, it's a Yang style Tai Chi. Okay, but it's based from Chen Menching. Okay, he created the old classic of Yang into the 37 postures which Ma Shun was doing. That's the short form of our style. And then we had the students that did the first seminar here. So they perform what they call the 8-section brocade, okay, Qigong. It is a breathing exercise. In Chinese called Ba Tuan Qin, okay. They did the seminars, okay, for 2 days, but they were just, the coach just says, please, you have to demonstrate it. And then lastly is where each master was demonstrating. Yang Bai Long, the old masters, that's 64 years old, he did the Tai Chi palm, okay, which apparently in China he just formulated and created that form. He comes from Beijing Sport University. He teaches there as a professor. And then you had Mrs. Yang Chong. She did the Cha Chuan. Cha Chuan is also a competitive form, okay? It's more very low and very dynamic, a lot of fists. Then you had Wang Junfa. Wang Junfa did the Mantis form. He was very jokingly asking the people, oh, then what it is, what animal. So it's a pragmatist, but also competitive. He comes from the Shandong Qufu Normal University. Also, he teach there. Lastly is Liang Shifu, Liang Dongsheng. He did the fan form, which was very, very nice, very fantastic. But it comes from the Chen style fan form. Okay, he comes from the Tai Chi and Dragon Line Dancing Associations, which is based in Mauritius.
Practicing Qigong has proven benefits in virtually every aspect of modern life. Countless testimonials cite vast improvements in personal relationships, family interactions, and business performance. Qigong practitioners are happy and conscientious people who positively contribute to society with overwhelmingly good intentions. They become deeply reflective, recognizing the connection between themselves and all things. This engenders compassion for others and acceptance of oneself.
The success of the seminar was wonderful. On their farewell function, I've been requested by the head of the Chinese Self Qigong Association of China to initiate the South Africa Chinese Self Qigong Association. So it's not a matter, do I have to bring them again? It's yes, they will come again next year. And what I've loved about them, they say, set the association in South Africa, spread the love and peace of Qigong to everybody. In any circumstances, there's no boundaries. And then they even told me, anytime you want coaches or a coach to come down, phone us or email us. We'll be happy to send them through. A big thank you I want to say first is to my wife. She's done so much for the delegations. Lots of thanks to my students also. And I must also a big thank to my teacher, Liang Shifu, for making this happen after 2 years of negotiation, that the Chinese Self Qigong Association of China can come down, and now they've been here, we have enjoyed the workshops, and I thank all the coaches that I met, the 3 top coaches, okay, and the head of the delegates also. And thank you to everybody that have made it a success, and there's more to come.
Qigong is made up of 2 words, Qi, which is a universal life force, and Gong, which means a skill cultivated through steady practice. Put together, Qigong thus is the steady practice of universal energy. South Africa has only just awoken to the benefits of this ancient Chinese wisdom. If there is one miracle pill to bring well-being to our citizens and peace and harmony to our communities, then it is Qigong, the art of being.